After that second coat of quickset, as you'll notice, it's already drying really nice. I'm just going to go around the edge again and lightly scrape anything I see. That's another reason why I like to drop my construction light, because I can have it at an angle like that. If I didn't have that in here and I was just using the kitchen light, man, I'd be a little concerned, because there'd be lots of things that I wouldn't have seen, you know? And I think this is almost ready to sand too. I'm just lightly testing it out, see if I'm ready to sand. I think I am. I'll let it go just a little bit longer. I think it's okay right now, but here's what I've learned. Sometimes when I think it's okay and it's about this shape and I get ready to sand it, if this quickset is not dry enough, you're going to start dragging that material, and then you're going to be like, oh shoot, now what do I do? Do I put some more quickset on there, get the quickset back out, mix that up, put some more on? Or do I leave the long gashes I just make with the sanding pad, and then do I put the all-purpose joint compound and I hope it doesn't shrink too much and all that, you know? So if you're questioning it at all, you can do a little light sanding, but I just let it sit for a little bit longer then, you know, before I get my sander up here. I got a little sanding paddle. I'll show you that in a minute. We'll let it dry a few more minutes. Be right back to you. Now here's something I want to point out. Why am I going to sand this? Now technically I don't have to sand the middle. This is quickset. I'm going to go over that again. As long as the quickset is smooth, you don't need to sand over that to put on your all-purpose joint compound. The only places I do want to sand, and it's dry enough, is any overs that I got beyond my patch area. So because this was indentated, you know, where I pulled the tape out, I can sand from there over. And there's a little bit of dusting of quickset from here over to there, from here over to there, and that portion's dry. You can't even see that, and it's so, because it's so thin, that's why that little section's dry. It's deeper in here. That's why this is still discolored. Even though this is hard, it's still drying, okay? So I'm going to go around this and I'm going to lightly sand. I'm going to sand the outside edge. I'm going to sand that so that when I put my all-purpose joint compound, I don't have to put as much beyond this point over. If I left this other quickset up here and the ridges to the quickset, then I'd have to bridge over the ridge over this far. So if I sand that little bit nice and smooth, then when I put my all-purpose joint compound on here, I don't have to bridge it over as far, okay? That's why I'm going to sand this right now. So I'm trying to keep my patch to a minimum up here. Now if this was on a wall, or if I was doing more, you know, I could leave it exactly like this and I could bridge way out here, from here to here with my all-purpose, you know? But because I have that nice little groove in there, I'm going to sand a little bit of that and be ready for my all-purpose joint compound. Like I said at the beginning of this video, not all patches I do the same. It just depends what the existing conditions are as to what I'm going to do with the patch. So it's to your best interest to watch all the different videos I do, because I'm doing them for a reason, that maybe you'll pick up something that you're watching me here above and beyond what you watched when I did another sheetrock patch on a wall or on a ceiling or something else, okay? That's what it's all about, continuing to learn, okay? So here's my paddle sander. just a sanding pad on a little plastic holder. I folded those up, tightened that down. I even pushed the sides up in case I want to go on an inside corner or something. In this case I don't. And this was only like 10 bucks. Okay, so now I'm going to sand that just lightly around the edges. Just so when I get ready for my all-purpose, it's going to blend in there nice and smooth to the existing. Okay? So I don't even have to hit the middle. I'm just going around the edges. Because I have my light on, I'm tapering it as I go. I probably should get on my ladder and reach over so it's not in my face or anything, huh? When you're doing this on your own, you probably should have some eye goggles on or maybe even a dust mask. I don't have either one. I want you to hear what I'm saying. And this dust is all in the air now. That's why you've got to have your windows closed, fans off. Most of it wants to go straight down if the air is not moving around. But if the air was moving, this would fill this entire room and you'd have it everywhere. I can see exactly where to sand this because of the light. Just tapering it in. Don't have to do it really super hard. I can see where I need to sand a little bit more than other areas. Just move my ladder along. Now there's nothing tricky about these patches. If I can do it, you can do it, no doubt about it. Just a little know-how, a few tools, and a little Joe in your brain. You'll be able to do it. You'll be able to do it, I know it. And you'll just get better with each patch you do. That's just how it works. Okay, I think that's good. I think I'm about ready. There's one more important thing I need to do before I put the all-purpose joint compound up there. Do you have any guesses what that is? It's going to make that all-purpose joint compound stick better. What is it? If you said you got to sweep that down or wipe it down, you're right. I want to get the dust off of here. I don't have to do it too much. I just want where I sanded, I want that to be nice and clean. So when I put the all-purpose joint compound up there, it's not landing on a layer of dust, you know? Because then it might not bond properly. You might not even know it until after you get the paint up there, and because the coat of all-purpose joint compound wasn't up there nice, it flaked off or cracked, hairline cracks in it or whatever. Okay? So that's all you got to do with that. Now we're ready with the all-purpose joint compound.